What is going on, Max Squad? Back again with another video here. This is a speed test. Today we got the LG G8 ThinQ going up against the Moto G7 Power. Stay tuned. So with the LG G8 ThinQ here, we have the Snapdragon 855. It's an octa-core chipset clocked at 2.84 gigahertz. And with the GPU, it's going to be the Adreno 640. With this device here, we have 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. And the device is also running Android 9 Pie with a security patch of October 1st, 2019. Now with the Moto G7 Power, we have the Snapdragon 632. Don't let that 636 fool you there. It's the 632 and it's clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. It's octa-core as well. Has the Adreno 506, 3 gigs of RAM in this device, 32 gigs of internal storage, and it's also going to be running Android 9 with security patch of December 1st, 2019. So with the first part of my speed test there being out of the way, that basically is the on-paper test. Which one of these devices looks better on paper? And clearly that's going to be the LG G8 ThinQ. So with the next part of my speed test here, what we're going to be doing is a series of app opening tests to see which device can open up an application that I decide to open faster. And part of that test is testing the RAM as well. Now one device has 6, the other one has 3. It should be interesting to watch. So to get things started, we're going to start off with YouTube. So 3, 2, 1. Not sure who that went to, but keep in mind, I got the animations on 0.5 for both devices, so it's going to be fair in that department. It looked like a tie there on YouTube, so let's go ahead and get to the next app. Next application we're going to do here is Amazon. So 3, 2, 1. All right, the LG G8 took that one. Next application we're going to do is Instagram. So 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna give that to the G7 Power because it loaded faster. Next application is gonna be Facebook. So 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna give that to the G7 Power. Next application is gonna be Play Store. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the G8 ThinQ. So Spotify is next. 3, 2, 1. That goes to the G8 ThinQ. And so the final application is going to be Twitter. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the G8 ThinQ. It looks to me like the G8 ThinQ opened up those applications faster than the G7 Power. Now let's test the RAM in each device. YouTube, held by both devices. Amazon, held by both devices. Instagram, held by both devices. Facebook, held by both devices. Play Store, had to reload on the G8 ThinQ, surprisingly there. Spotify, held by both devices. Twitter, held by both devices. With comparing these two devices here, you can see that the G8 ThinQ did open up applications faster than the G7 Power. So now with this part of the test here, we're going to be looking at the Geekbench scores along with the Antutu benchmark scores. So with the LG G8 ThinQ, we got a single core score of 695 and a multi-core score of 2529, while on the G7 Power, we got 268 for the single core score and 1122 for the multi-core score. So it's pretty clear that the LG G8 ThinQ is going to take this one here. LG G8 is up by at least a few 100,000 on the G7 Power, so there's no need to even go into detail with this part of the test here. The LG G8 is clearly the winner of this one here. So far we got 2 for the LG G8 ThinQ and 0 for the G7 Power. So with this part of the test here, what we're going to be doing is installing 3 of the top applications in the Play Store here. As you can see, I got it pulled up on both devices. LG G8 ThinQ on the left, Moto G7 Power on the right. The 3 apps that I'm going to do: News Break, as you can see, ESPN, and Wish. So whoever installs 2 out of 3 faster is the winner of this test. So the first application we're going to install here is News Break. So 3, 2, 1. Just like the Moto G7 Power, got a head start there. And it has to go to the G7 Power. It won by a hair. And so the next application we're gonna do here is ESPN. So 3, 2, 1. You see if the G8 ThinQ can redeem itself here. If the G7 Power wins this one, it would be declared the winner here. So let's see what happens. The G8 ThinQ was struggling here. It's kind of funny. So a flagship is a flagship, but they can have issues like this sometimes too. So this actually did go to the G7 Power, so that does conclude this part of the speed test. The G7 Power installed 2 of the 3 applications faster than the LG G8 ThinQ here. And so for that very reason, the score is now 2-1, and we can get to the final part of the test. All right, and so with the final part of the speed test here, we're gonna be doing a restart to see which device powers on faster, and that will conclude the video here. So without any further ado, let's get that underway. 3, 2, 1. So I got money on the G8, but G7 Power could surprise you here. Let's see. Yep, it goes to the LG G8 ThinQ. So let me know in the comment section, was the LG G8 ThinQ doing exactly what you expected it to do? Or are you impressed that the G7 Power was able to keep up with it the way it did? Let's get a conversation going. Mac Squad, share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.